The grocery store felt colder that evening, as if the flickering fluorescent light sensed the heaviness in Armin's heart. The doors slid open with a tired hiss, letting in a rush of dusty wind from the street. 8-year-old Ayan clutched his father's hand tightly, his backpack bouncing against his small back with every step. "Dad," Ayan whispered, voice trembling the way it did when he was trying not to cry. "Will we still have dinner tonight?" Armin bent down slightly, brushing his son's hair away from his forehead. "Of course, champ," he said, forcing a smile that didn't reach his tired eyes. Dinner is always on the agenda. But deep inside, he wasn't sure. He had $22 in his pocket. That was it, the last scraps of stability he had left. A man once respected at work, a man who used to bring home treats for his son, a man who carried pride more than worry, was now calculating the cost of bread, noodles, and low-grade cooking oil because every coin mattered. He swallowed the bitterness rising in his throat. One breakdown at a time, that's all life allowed him now. But not here. Not in front of his boy. As they walked down the aisle, Ayan picked a chocolate bar off the rack, his small smile lighting up for the first time that day. "Dad, can we, maybe, get this? Only if it's okay. Only if it's cheap." Armin stared at the chocolate. It was only $1.49. Only. Funny how a word changed when your wallet was almost empty. He nodded. "Yeah, put it in the basket." Ayan beamed, and that was enough to make the tightness in Armin's chest loosen for a moment. They picked up 2 packs of noodles, a small loaf of bread, and a pack of eggs. A basic dinner. Enough to get them through the night and maybe the morning if he stretched it right. Walking to the checkout lane, Armin noticed how empty the store was. A few tired workers stacked shelves. A mother scolded her toddler by the dairy fridge. And in the express lane, stood a woman dressed too sharply for a neighborhood store like this. Her outfit was expensive, her shoes gleamed, even the way she carried herself screamed wealth, authority, power. But her fingers, they were shaking. The cashier greeted her, scanned her items, salad, protein bars, organic juice, a sleek bottle of mineral water, and announced her total. She inserted her card, the machine beeped, declined. She inhaled sharply. Tried again, declined. A couple behind her whispered. A worker leaned against a shelf pretending not to look. The woman's breathing grew uneven, panic flickering across her face. "I don't understand," she muttered. "This card always works." The cashier gave a polite, rehearsed smile. "Ma'am, the machine is reading insufficient funds." Her cheeks reddened. For a moment, Armin thought she might snap at the cashier out of embarrassment. People like her usually did. People with money, well, people who looked like they had money, were the ones who lost their temper quickest when their image cracked. But she didn't yell, she just stood there, frozen, eyes glossy, jaw clenched, hands trembling. Ayan tugged on Armin's sleeve. "Dad, she looks sad." "Yeah," Armin whispered. "She does." He looked at the total on the screen. $18.47. His heart twisted. He had $22. It was enough for his dinner, barely enough to hold off the sinking fear of failure for one more day. But watching her, this woman who held herself like she was made of steel, now breaking like glass, made something inside him shift. Sometimes, life didn't give you money to help others. It gave you a heart. Armin stepped forward. "It's okay," he told the cashier quietly. "Just add it to mine." Both the cashier and the woman turned toward him. Startled, she blinked. "I'm sorry." "You don't need to, it's all right," he said softly. "Happens to the best of us. I've been there." She stared at him, really stared, for the first time, her breath shaking as if she'd forgotten how to inhale. "But, sir, just let him do it," Ayan said with a small grin, proud of his dad. "He likes helping people." Armin slid his last $20 across the counter. His hands felt oddly light, as if his wallet had been holding more than money. It had been holding fear. The woman watched helplessly, guilt swirling in her eyes. When the cashier handed her the bag, she held it like it weighed 1,000 pounds. "Thank you," she whispered. You didn't have to do that." He shrugged. "It's just money. You needed it." Her throat tightened, but she managed a thin, shaky smile. Then her eyes dropped to Ayan. "Your son is very kind. You must be raising him well." "Trying my best," Armin replied. But before he could turn away, the woman's expression shifted, shocked, confused, as if a memory had slapped her across the face. "Wait," she breathed, her eyes narrowed, searching his features. "You're Armin." Armin felt his stomach twist. Yes, he answered cautiously, her lips parted in disbelief. She stepped back as if the universe had played a cruel joke. "You're Armin Malik," she said, struggling to speak. "From Sterling Industries." His jaw tightened. He gave a short nod. Ayan looked between them. "Dad. Do you know her?" Armin exhaled slowly, his voice going flat. "Yes. She's Eliza Hart." Silence fell between them like a boulder. Eliza Hart, the CEO who walked into Sterling Industries 3 months ago, held a 10-minute meeting and destroyed his life with a single sentence: "Your position has been terminated." Effective immediately. She had fired him without looking away from her tablet, and now here she stood, shaking, helpless, broken, saved by the men she had thrown away. Color drained from her face. "You helped me," she whispered. "After everything I did to you." Armin didn't answer. He just gently held his son's hand and walked toward the exit, but before he pushed the door open, he turned slightly, offering a tired, weary smile. "Everyone deserves mercy on their worst day," he said. She stood frozen, tears gathering in her eyes as she watched him disappear into the gray evening light, because in that single moment, Eliza Hart realized something she had never considered before. The men she once dismissed as replaceable had a heart worth more than everything she had ever owned.